Well, also high on the bill tonight, we had the new European welterweight champion, Kirkland Laing, who's got a big title defence, effectively a world title eliminator against Patrizio Oliva in Italy next month. That's another fight you can see on Sports Night. But tonight, Laing warmed up against a potentially awkward opponent, the American Rocky Ice Berg. Once again, Harry Carpenter at ringside.
Seconds out, first round.
Kirkland Laing making his first appearance as the European welterweight champion and facing the man in the patriotic trunks from the United States of America, the southpaw Rocky Berg from Oklahoma City, known all too obviously as Iceberg. Well, Kirkland Laing is 36 now, but he's not that much older than Berg, who's 32. Laing making his first outing since that dramatic second-round knockout of Wembley in May, which won him the European welterweight title, to put alongside his British title. Laing with that, with his hair drawn back in that distinctive multicolored ponytail, which is part Jamaican colours, and maybe a bit of red, white, and blue in there as well. Well, you never know with Kirkland Laing. He calls himself the gifted one, and he's certainly that, but he's been known to have the most terrible nights as well as the most brilliant. And Laing adopting this usual careless-looking style with the hands down. Let's hope his reactions are sharp tonight. Quite a bit taller than Berg, who calls himself the Mid-American light middleweight champion. He's a pound heavier tonight than Laing. Laing 10 stone 8. Berg's only been a pro 3 years, but he's amassed 48 professional fights in that time. But one has to say that an awful lot of the opposition has been extremely mediocre. He's only been beaten 3 times. Laing has been a pro for 15 years, 5 times as long, and he's only had 45 fights. When he's working well, Laing really is an astonishing fighter, and he catches you from all angles. You never quite know where the next one's coming from. He does all the unorthodox things, like leading with the right hand, but he gets away with it because of these astonishingly quick reflexes. And Berg clearly doesn't quite know where he is. And it's still only the opening round of 10. And Berg turns away with a mark underneath his left eye, and Laing saunters back to his corner, looking totally unconcerned about the entire business. Well, one can remember a night in this very arena at the Albert Hall in January, when he met another man from Oklahoma City called Buck Smith, a total unknown, and a left hook in the 7th round turned Laing's world upside down that night, and he got done. But hopefully he's in for a better night here tonight. Here's a sample of his work from the 1st round. That's the sort of example of coming with the right hand, which is what they tell you never to do. But Laing gets away with most things.
Seconds out, round 2.
Laing's white opponent from Oklahoma City, southpaw Rocky Berg, making his 2nd appearance in Europe this year. In February, he turned up in France and got stopped in 8 rounds there by René Jacquot, the former European and world light middleweight champion. One of only 3 defeats. Conceding quite a bit of height and reach here to Laing. who's going to defend his European title in Italy against an Italian, Patrizio Oliva, former world champion, next month. There's that right hand again from Laing, popped out from nowhere. Caught his man full on the chin, and Berg is going. The iceberg is melting rapidly here. And I don't think he knows where he is. And Larry O'Connell is pointing to his legs, which have gone, and saying, look, that's why I've stopped you. You can't stand up straight. And Laing has won in the second round. And Berg still protesting, and Larry O'Connell still explaining to him gently that he can hardly stand square on his feet. And indeed he couldn't. This is how it ended. It all started with this long right hand from way back. He threatened with it. Then he brought it over, that one. And that was a tremendous punch, and he never, ever recovered from that. He just about went down, but he was out on his feet virtually. An astonishing right hand. Just look at this coming in. Now, just as the man was wide open, and Laing followed him all over the ring. And you can see why Larry O'Connell stopped it. Although he was on his feet, the knees were unhinged. And Kirkland Laing, in his first fight as the European welterweight champion, has put on an impressive display here, perhaps against an opponent of no considerable class, but nonetheless, it was a good performance. And if he fights like that in Italy in November, then hopefully he'll keep his European title.
Gentlemen, your appreciation, please.
And he warmed up well tonight. Kirkland Laing against Patrizio Oliva. Laing defending his European welterweight title in Italy on November the 14th. Coverage on Sports Night that night. Now, John Kirkland, what a talented fella he is. What do you think he might have achieved over the years with that little bit more consistency and concentration?
Oh, it's anything. He could have been undisputed champion, won a couple of weights, maybe moved up to heavier weight. But tremendous talent, and he's still got it there. Like, he still win the championship, you know, with that type of talent, that punch. And he's quite clever, really. He doesn't sort of move around, jump around too much, you know, for his age, conserving his energy in that.
It's a style that excites the crowd and entertains the crowd. You're not going to change that, are you?
No, and also that's it. He's going to go out there, and the crowd know he's going to be very exciting. You're going to get fireworks, you know, and you're a winner.
So European title next month, world title beckons. John, thanks for your help tonight. One other piece of boxing.